fellow beer geeks. I'm Wes, the craft beer geek, and tonight I have a beer for you from Stone Brewing out of Escondido, California. This is their Espresso Imperial Russian Stout. Comes in at 11% alcohol by volume, 65 IBUs, and it is sold in these 22-ounce bombers or in kegs. And so this is an odd year release, 2013, so they have the Espresso Imperial Russian Stout, so a little bit of extra added to it. It's got the espresso beans post-fermentation added to it. So this should be pretty interesting. I've never had this before. I'm excited to give it a try, give it a taste, and let you know what I think. So let's go ahead and get this poured out and see what it's all about. Okay, so this pours out quite a dark black color. I'm not seeing any light whatsoever through the glass. Get only a very small, medium tan head on here. Not too much of a head. You'd kind of expect that at 11%. It's not going to really have much head retention to it. Let's see what the aroma is like. Definitely getting a very sweet aroma with a sort of a hint of coffee astringency, like an iced coffee with some sugar added to it. Definitely has a really heavy coffee nose to it. Lots and lots of coffee. So I'm ready to go ahead and give this a taste, let you know what I think. Cheers. An interesting thing to note about this espresso stout, it's not like they brewed an espresso and added it to the wort or anything like that. This is post-fermentations. They add the coffee beans to the beer and sort of let it absorb the coffee flavors that way. So it sort of does take that kind of profile to it, where it takes on a coffee on top of a Russian Imperial Stout. So you get the very sweet, chocolatey, very thick, sticky Russian Imperial Stout. Very heavy mouthfeel Russian Imperial Stout, like an old engine oil or something like that. Very old Rasputin. Stuff like that, very thick and sticky and sweet. This has some coffee loaded on top of that. Does add a nice bit of smoothness, a nice bit of bitterness, a nice bit of astringency. There is some hops there, but at being this high gravity, this sweet, really sweet, rich stout, even 65 IBUs, it's not that bitter. It's just a little bit of adding a little bit of a balance to the sweetness of this beer, and it's far from dry. Definitely still on the sweet side, as an espresso stout should be. And there's not much in the way of carbonation here, which is nice. You don't need a lot of carbonation with this kind of beer. It wouldn't be right at all. I'm the type of person that like a well carbonated beer, but that's more in the lighter, pale ales and whatnot. I like a lot of carbonation. There is a bit of an alcohol burn as this goes down. It's not off-putting, but it is there. It lets you know it's not. The alcohol here is not hidden at all. It's very, lets you know it's there. Very robust, in your face, very strong flavors. This is definitely a sipping kind of beer. Probably something that would be better on a colder night, but it's a nice sipping kind of beer. And it looks like the bottling date on this is March 14th, so this is about 2.5 months old right now. This is something that would probably age pretty well. Probably would smooth out somewhat. So yeah, this is the Stone Espresso Imperial Russian Stout, 2013, the odd year. So the odd beers for odd years kind of thing. They do something a little bit different with it. Just add some espresso beans after the fermentation is done. Really nice Russian Imperial Stout. Very traditional to the style. Very thick, heavy mouthfeel. Very sweet, very rich, nice chocolatey. Definitely a sipper. It lets you know it's there. There is a good bit of alcohol burn on it. It does have a nice roasty coffee finish. I think this would probably be better with a little bit of age on it. Maybe it would mellow out a bit, maybe smooth out a bit, maybe lose some of that alcohol burn. Maybe it's a little hot right now, but it's pretty nice. It's very tasty. Like I said, if you want something a sipper to sit by the fire and enjoy, maybe split this among 2 or 3 people, it would be really good. It's a little much for one person. But it's a good beer, so I'm going to go 8 out of 10 on this. Like it pretty good. I might buy another one and just save it for a couple years and see what happens. But it's a pretty good one if you tend to like Russian Imperial Stouts. Imperial Stouts have, sweeter stouts, thicker beers, higher gravity beers. Give this one a try. It's pretty good. So I want to thank you for watching. Thanks those of you that have been using our Amazon.com link over on craftbeergeek.com. That helps us out a lot. And I just want to leave you with saying, I don't drink bad beers. You shouldn't either, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.